I'm Ellen Nicholson. Have you ever been too intimidated to speak to someone? Have you felt like you are inferior to them? You are most likely hitting a hierarchical boundary in communication. Hierarchical boundaries are commonly found in workplaces or schools, and they evolve from usually being intimidated or feeling superior to someone. But this problem can be fixed. Furthermore, hierarchies are not meant to cause problems, but they usually do. To start off, you should all know the term hierarchy before learning about the problem. In Chapter 16 of Communication Matters, a book written about all aspects of communication, has hierarchy described as the division of people into levels of authority. With organizations, this is how it works. With large businesses, you have CEOs to directors, managers, and then all the way down to employees and anywhere in between. But with small organizations, it's a little different. That you have only like managers, assistant managers, and employees, so they do have a big difference. But what most people know about is hierarchy in schools, which often has multiple levels. Hierarchical systems are put in place to smoothly run communication throughout an organization. According to the International Journal of Social Science and Humanity, managers provide 5 types of information through communication to the employers. Examples are job instructions, job rationale, organizational procedures and practices, the feedback about performance, and the indoctrination of organizational goal. In a school setting, each level of the school has their own special task to making the school run smoothly. You have the school board that makes certain the schools in the district is following the laws. You have the superintendent that makes policies to boost student achievement, and then you have the assistant and superintendent that works hand in hand with the superintendent. Then you have the directors, and the directors are for, like, they have one area they focus on, such as like special education or early childhood education. Then you have the principal that makes sure the school and the students are following the rules, the teachers who teach and the students who learn, of course. With all these positions in a hierarchy, everything is supposed to run smoothly, but there are always bumps in the road. Those bumps in the road are known as hierarchical boundaries. Hierarchical boundaries can be caused by a fear of speaking to someone, most likely during upward communication, which is messages we send to people at higher levels of the organizational hierarchy than we occupy, found in Communication Matters. In a study relating to employees' fears of speaking, the number 1 response is always, when in doubt, keep your mouth shut. Employees say this because they would rather not get their opinions shut down by their boss, so they would just not say anything at all. Another response was that earlier suggestions were shut down. So they had just suggested before, but the bosses have either not even given them feedback or they said it was bad, so they don't want to do it again. Also, some people think their opinion doesn't matter because the person in the superior position solely controls the project. In an organization, usually the boss or CEO is the one who controls the project for the group, and at the end of the day, it's only their opinion that matters, so no one wants to give their opinion. Not only does fear cause these boundaries, people in superior positions tend to cause these boundaries also. Leaders blame their leadership issues on the weakened commitment of new generations of employees, according to research in organizational change and development. So with this, employees would rather not give their opinion because they have lost trust in their leader who has ultimate authority over them, and so when they have something happen, they blame it on someone else so their reputation isn't ruined. The biggest mistake of people in the superior positions is kicking opinions of employers to the side. Now, hierarchical boundaries in schools work similar to businesses. The main reason for these boundaries is students being intimidated by teachers or the administration. Almost all students are scared of the principal because right from elementary school, they're told that they will go to the principal if they do something bad. Students are also too intimidated by teachers sometimes to ask them questions, and they can be intimidated because they've heard bad stories about the teacher being a mean teacher or anything else like that. Contrary to that, teachers can be afraid to speak to students as well. According to ASCD.org, students use body language, eye contact, verbal games, and sometimes even violence to manipulate a teacher's behavior. If a teacher has thin skin, the students can get to them and get out of things by using mean language to them and kind of just breaking them down. And this affects teachers' interaction with students, so a teacher can be a very good student, but when they are attacked with words, they become shy in front of people, and then their teaching isn't as good, and the students don't learn as much. This problem seems hard to avoid, but there are ways to resolve this problem. In businesses, both superiors and employers can change their ways. Superiors should encourage engagement and lead by example, so they should tell their employees that they do want their opinion because they are part of their group, and they should say that out loud and give feedback so the employees can get better at their job. And employees should step up and give opinions no matter what. They are part of the team, so their opinion matters, and they should not worry about what their boss would say to them. Hierarchical boundaries in schools can also be resolved with a couple simple steps. Building relationships with students makes communication better. If a teacher builds a relationship with each one of their students will be more likely to go up and talk to them because they will feel more comfortable with them. Becoming less afraid of administrators too is the school's problem, and the school should stop associating the principal or administrators with bad things and start associating them with good things, because many students are called onto the principal's office for good things and not only bad things. Hierarchical boundaries are generally caused by people becoming superior to others or feeling intimidated, but this problem is fixable. In both businesses and schools, this is a common problem. But no worries, it can be fixed with encouragement from superiors and teachers building relationships with each one of their students. Overall, all of us have experienced this. If not, we will experience it many times in the future. All that matters is that we know how to handle this problem.